Even when she accidentally left the blanket off, he didn't even glance her way. He just got up and left the tent. What surprised her even more was that this useless guy was incredibly skilled at manual tasks. He worked as efficiently as dozens of people. Jobs that took others years, he finished in just 2.5 days. But ask him to fight a slime, and he'd rather disappear. In short, Leo was amazing at everything except fighting, but stuck doing chores in an S-rank team. He never got to show his real skills. Then, during a recent mission, Leo was finally kicked out of the team for not helping in battle. Now on his own, he had to find work to support himself, but to his surprise, getting a job wasn't easy. First, he had to take an aptitude test. Aptitude measured one's God-given talent, ranked from G, the weakest, to 3S, the strongest. For example, someone with low sword aptitude couldn't cut steel, but someone with high aptitude could slice it in half with the same sword. The results shocked Leo. He was devastated. All his combat aptitudes were the lowest, G. He had no fighting talent at all, but there was still hope. He could try non-combat skills, like blacksmithing or alchemy, but the specialist wasn't in that day, so the clerk told him to come back in a week. Leo had no money left, and he couldn't wait that long, so the clerk asked if he could lift a special sandbag. As Leo tried to lift it, he felt a bit of his mana get absorbed. He managed to lift the bag, but it was surprisingly heavy. Still, the clerk offered him a temporary wall repair job. The foreman took one look at Leo's refined appearance and thought he was some rich kid slumming it. He gave Leo a hard time, telling him to finish half a bucket of cement in 3 hours. But the foreman's skepticism soon turned to shock. A third of the wall was already repaired. It blew the foreman's mind. With just half a bucket of cement, Leo did the work of 15, and he did it in only 3 hours. When the foreman learned he'd followed standard methods, he was speechless. Just who was this guy? Leo kept working for 3 days, until the other workers complained, and the foreman had to let him go. If Leo stayed, no one else would have worked, though he'd earned a week's living expenses. Being let go again left him feeling down. He returned to the guild to look for more work. By chance, a silver-haired woman was hiring miners. Leo volunteered, since he'd worked in a mine before, but the woman, Elena, wanted someone stronger. Like a dwarf. She couldn't afford one, though. Hiring a dwarf with mining aptitude cost at least 10 silver coins, so she settled for Leo. They set off together. After they left, Leo's payment for the wall repair arrived. The clerk was stunned. Leo had earned 200 gold coins. What had he even done? But there was more. The sandbag Leo lifted wasn't ordinary. It measured a person's mana. The more mana, the heavier it felt. Unless you were at least royal mage level, the bag wouldn't change at all. Basically, most people couldn't affect it. The clerk tried it himself, and lifted it easily. It was clear Leo was no ordinary guy. Before long, Leo and Elena reached the site. With only one tent, they had to share. As night fell, Leo found himself alone with a woman. To avoid awkwardness, he pretended to sleep. But then Elena lay down right beside him, dressed lightly. Leo quickly slipped out to keep his cool. It was the right move. Elena was testing him. They'd be together for a week, so she wanted to see if she could trust him. The next morning, Elena noticed something odd. Her shirt was fixed. A missing button was replaced, and now it was a wooden one. No one else was around. Leo must have repaired it for her, but that was just the start. As they searched for a mining spot, Leo picked up a rock. The next moment, a huge crystal was revealed. Elena